Now the next step will be creating all the folders and the files that we are going to be using inside our Joomla template. Now have in mind that the template we are going to create will be only compatible with Joomla 1.6, 1.7, 2.5 and over. So here we go, we are going to go inside, well in this case because I am working inside my Windows machine, I will go to Windows Explorer. And if you notice right here on my left, these are going to be the files that we are going to be creating. Now you will need to know that the HTML folder, that the JS folder, that the language folder, the optimizer PHP are not going to be required. Okay? However, because you are going to be taking this training, we are going to be learning from a beginner's level to an advanced level. So just don't worry, just keep that in mind that the optimizer PHP language, this one in here, the JS, which means JavaScript, and the HTML are not going to be required. Now the HTML folder will help you mainly to create the template overrides. The JS will help you to insert all your JavaScripts that you are going to be using inside your template. In this case, we are going to be using JavaScript to block Internet Explorer number 6. You are going to learn in the future videos why we are going to be blocking Internet Explorer number 6. And the language folder will help you to create the language files. With these files, other people will be able to translate your template very easily. Now we are going to go in here on my right, and first of all we are going to create a new folder. Let's right click and then we are going to click on new. You can also go to file and new. Now if you are working on a different machine, well I am assuming that you know how to do this, okay? Let's go to folder in here, and inside this folder we are going to give the name CMS Teachings, and then we are going to go inside that folder. Let's double click, and inside here we are going to create the CSS, HTML, images, JS and language. So we are going to do that. Right click, new, and CSS. Again, right click, new, and HTML. Right click, new, and we are going to give the name images. Then again, this time we are going to use the JS right there, and well finally the language. Let's go and click on folder and write down language, and there you are. Next we are going to create the index.php, the optimizer PHP, the template details, and at the end these PNG images. Now you can either use Adobe Dreamweaver if you have this software, or you can go to Komodo Edit, which I am assuming that you already installed this software if you took my HTML training. Because if you remember, we use this Komodo Edit inside all the HTML training. Now we are going to go in here to File and New, and then File from Template. Then inside here we are going to find the PHP. You will need to click on all languages in here, and then you are going to find PHP on your right. Click in there, click open, and now we are going to click file, save as. Then we are going to locate the CMS Teachings folder that we just created right here. The file name will be index.php. Everything will be in lowercase. Index.php, click save. Then we are going to go again, file, save as, and this time will be optimizer.php, and click save. The next step will be to create the template details.xml. We are going to go to file, a new, file from template, and in here we are going to find the XML. Click in there, click open, and we are going to go to file and save as. Inside here we are going to give template and then details. Now notice how the D will be a capital letter. Okay, you will need to be really careful with that. Details.xml. So you are going to have template details.xml. Let's click save. And finally, we are going to create the PNG images. In this case, we are going to create blank images because we are not going to be able to create the thumbnail and the preview images until we have finished the template. So what we are going to do in this case, remember again, we are going to be using Adobe Fireworks. So we are going to click in there. If you don't have Fireworks, I will recommend you to visit adobe.com and you can get a trial version from this software. Okay? Now if for some reason you cannot get this software right now, don't worry. Down below this video you are going to be able to find the images that I am going to be creating inside this software. Let's go to File and New. And first of all, we are going to create an image 640 pixels times 400 pixels. The resolution will be 300 pixels inch. Click OK. And this time we are going to click File, Save As. Let's go to the desktop and inside the folder CMS Teachings. We are going to give the name template and preview.png. Okay, template underscore preview.png. Click Save. And then we are going to create the template thumbnail. This time we are going to go to File and New, and we are going to give the width 206 and the height will be 150. Let's click OK. And you know what, let me change in here the color. We are going to click inside the white canvas and click down here and click on red. Let's click on File, Save As, and Template Thumbnail. We are going to write down thumbnail right there. So you are going to have template underscore thumbnail.png. Then click Save. And we are going to change the color on this image. Let's click on a blue color right there. Ctrl S again. And we have finished. If we go back to the CMS Teachings, you are going to be able to see the CSS folder, the HTML folder, the images folder, the GS, language, and all the files that we have created. Right now all these folders are going to be empty, and the same will apply to these files. You are not going to have anything inside, and the images are going to be blank. You are not going to have pictures inside these images. The final step will be to include an index.html, which will increase the security inside the folders from your template. So let's go to Komodo and click on File, New, and New File from Template, File from Template, and we are going to select the HTML5. So let's click on HTML5 and click Open. Then as you can see, you are going to have the initial HTML5. Now first of all, we are going to write down in here and write language. Then inside the quotes, we are going to write down EN, and the title will be Access, right there, Denied. And then inside the body element, we are going to just write down a paragraph, right there. And again, we are just going to write down this access denied and paste it down here. We are going to close the paragraph, right there, and we have finished. Then we are going to go to File, Save As, and index.html. Then you are going to click Save and go back to the CMS Teachings. Again, this file will help you to increase the security, but you will need to only insert this file inside the folders. Don't leave the index.html inside here with these other files. Otherwise, you are going to have a blank template. We are going to right click, copy. Let's go to the initial folder, right click, paste. Let's go back to the second one, right click, paste, and we are going to continue doing the same. Right click, paste, going back, right click, paste, and finally the last folder, right click, paste. Then we are going to go back and eliminate the index.html. You can either right click on the file or just click delete on your keyboard. Click yes, and there you are. Now don't forget that every time that you create a new folder inside your template, you are going to be inserting an index.html inside that folder. So my friends, for this video, that will be it, and let's move on.